I'm back again with Bloons CD. Wait, what the? I've never played this game mode, so I don't know what I'm doing. But anyway, this is the update of week 29. I know I'm a little bit late. It's basically because I was very busy with mainly work. So I'm gonna try to beat this track and also talk about the topics I promised to talk about. So first thing is first, about mod. With BTD4 battles, I have done a bit of work, but because battles had some updates, I had to update my mods, and I was too lazy to. And once again, I was very busy with work, so I didn't really have time to mod. But what I eventually added, I'm not sure if I said it last time, but were some custom abilities. And I also added I tried to add a new map, a BTD4 map to battles. We actually asked Lucky whether or not we could get the the track editor they use at NinjaGUI, but since Lucky's dad is in hospital, we cannot really do anything, or we couldn't ask him, or at least he doesn't have time to respond. And I wish the best to Lucky and his dad, because it's a very sad happening. So anyway, that's it really about BTD4 battles. Then another battle topic, because update 4.5 came out, and I personally think the update is really good. They first of all added a button which makes it possible that you don't have to click on balloons anymore, but rather than you can just hold your finger or hold your mouse on the button of balloon sense and it will automatically send. I think it's a great feature. It could have potentially brought battles to a next level game, and I'm not even being sarcastic at this. Chris Harris once said that he wanted this game to become like really competitive and stuff, but yeah, the fact that you had to tap to get economy is just really annoying, and I think that's one of the reasons why some people may not like. Well, it's less attractive to let me say it like that, to adults, because I don't think a lot of adults want to play with balloon income, because you have to tap a lot in the game, and I think taking away the feature that you have to tap is a really good feature. And then about the new map, I think the map is really cool. It kind of reminds me to BTD4 battle or BTD4. It's kind of the same style with the road and stuff like that. And what I particularly like about the new map is that you can actually use a lot of different strategies. For example, you have a corner and the balloons loop around it twice, so that makes ice a good choice, and also the ring of fire, because the cluster bombs are actually cover the whole track when the balloons tend to go around. You can also use cluster bombs, I think. And then you always have mortar, which is just really good. I'm not so sure about monkey ace, but I think the monkey ace is also a good option. Wizard might be a good option. I don't see why not. Maybe because it's a short track. You might even be able to play around with a balloon chipper. The monkey buccaneer can be useful as a fourth tower. Same with submarine, because the ability is still decent enough to be used. Dart monkey juggernaut spots are also decent. Boomerang, I don't see why it wouldn't be viable. Oops. I talked a little bit too much. Glue is never really viable. Maybe even flash bomb could be viable on that map. I'm just not so sure. Darling gun could even be a serious option. So going for bigger bombs will definitely help me out. So going for a Blizzard as well. So that was it for this update. I heard, yes, it went away. Then we had two other topics. I forgot one of them. Well, work. Might as well talk about that because I'm so busy. So last week I've worked like every day, mainly from 12 to 17, so that's from 12 to 5 p.m. for the Americans and English people watching this. And it's quite a lot of that's like a pretty long time. You have if you do the calculations real quick, then I'd averagely work 28 hours a week. It's probably a little bit more because sometimes I have to start earlier and work later and stop later. So yeah, you could say that I'm making a lot of money at work this week, but I also have to work a lot this week. And sadly, because I don't wake up at 8 a.m., mainly at 10 a.m., and I have to work at 12 a.m., then there's not a lot of time left for modding. And then the last point I wanted to talk about is that I'm following a Java course, so I can actually program my own games instead of modding this game, because honestly modding became a little bit frustrating because it's not as easy as it used to be. Usually you could just open your data.jet and then open the files within that with Notepad and test it really easily. But now I have to extract the data.jet, then modify a file, then zip it again, and then I can play it, and that's really awful. And that's not even the only thing. When I extract it, I have to first open it with Notepad and then copy paste it into Notepad++ or Eclipse, and that's just so much work for testing. So I don't think it's worth it anymore. Well, I'm still gonna continue a little bit, but it's just not as easy for me to do anymore. So that's why I decided to follow a Java course, because making your own games actually, I'm really interested in that, even though I don't want to do anything with it in the future. So for my first project, well, maybe I could just say the series of the the series is from the channel project. You can find his videos really easily on YouTube. I think he's like the most known person who did the Java tutorials. Anyway, though, I think you can make it pretty far, and if you go to his channel and you look for Genesis, he did some review of that game, and basically I'm gonna try to make something like that. But because what the hell is happening? Not again, please. So basically I want to make something like Genesis, but then still Bloons related. That's because Bloons has a lot of textures which I can use, and I can really make my own textures. So what I'm trying to do is very simple. I'm going to try and make a game where you have one monkey village or something like that in the middle of the map, and you will have to stare at the screen for the last couple of minutes. So monkey village in the middle of the map, and then the map is like really huge, so you cannot see it in one you can see the entire map just in when you're standing in the middle. You actually have to move around. So let's say the balloons can spawn left or north, east, south and west, and even north and northeast. So they can come from everywhere, and you have to build towers like everywhere around the map. There are also some obstacles like stones and water and such. So you cannot really symmetric, however you pronounce it, you can bowl like that. You have to really think, because for example from the north there may come more balloons than from the south. And how it will work is that you have the machines like Tech Shooter and Bomb Tower, which you will have to place, and they can't move, or maybe I can make them follow a pattern like the heli pilot. And you can also make bowlings, like a little bit from Monkey City. Bowl it, and then there will a monkey, like in a certain range, walk walk circles around his hut. It's just a little bit like Clash of Clans, the bowler hut, and then you have those troops walking around their hut. And that's basically what I want to achieve. And then if balloon comes nearby, the monkey will attack the balloon. So I think that's really fun to work on. But still, I have to learn the basics first. So that's basically what is keeping me busy. Well, I still have other topics I want to discuss, but I am going to cover that in the next update video, which will be soon because it's week 30 already. So thanks for watching, and I hope you'll have a great summer break. Oops.